Hello everyone. Welcome in class 8th English grammar. Students, today we are going to read a very important topic of English grammar, that is modals. Students, here this is the lesson 10 of English grammar class 8th. Now the topic is here modals. Students, what is modals? Verbs that express a certain mood or attitude of the speaker are called modals. Students, can, may, must, will, would, etc. are modals. So student, what we got here, that verbs that express a certain mood and attitude of the speaker are called modals. And what are the examples of modals are? The examples of modals are can, may, must, will, would, etc. So one by one, student, we will read. Now students, modals is a type of, we can also understand like this, that a modal is a type of auxiliary verb, helping verb. Auxiliary verb is also known as helping verb that is always followed by a main verb. Okay, this is always followed, a modal is always followed by a main verb to make a meaningful sentence. So one more thing, student, we have got that always after modals there is main verb. Modals plus main verb. So this is the structure of the sentence when there is modals in the sentence. Now student, we are going to read some important facts about modals. So number 1, students, modal auxiliary are never used as main verb in a sentence. They are always used as helping verb. So student, we have already read this one just now, that they are always used as helping verb. They are not main verb. So example number 1, you can help me. Here student, help is the main verb and can is helping verb. And what is can? Modals. Number 2, he will go there. So what is go? Go is the main verb and what is will? Modals. Number 3, student, she could pass the examination. Here what is pass? Pass is the main verb and what is could? Modals. Now number 4, we must respect our elders. So what is respect here? Respect is main verb and must is modal. So student, we have got here that what is the structure of the sentence? The structure of the sentence here, modal plus verb 1. Modal plus verb first form. Modal plus verb first form. Modal plus first verb first form. So student, here modals are playing the role of what? The role of helping verb. And the main verb is here present in the sentence. So we have got here that they are always used as helping verb. They are not playing the role of main verb in a sentence. Now rule number 2, student, fact number 2, modal auxiliary verb have no different verb form. They are always same with the all numbers and persons. For example, student, you can speak English. Here after you is second person and second person, but here can is used. I is first person, but even can is used. We is first person, plural number, can is used. He is third person, singular number, can is used. They is third person, plural number, but can is used. So student, what we have got here, that they are means modals are always same with all numbers and person. With all numbers and person. So with the help of this sentence, we have got here that here subjects are different, but the modal is can with all subject, whether they are of different number or person. So second fact we have got. Now fact number 3, after modal auxiliary, the first form of main verb is used. infinitive with to is not used. So with the help of example, student, I can go. Here go is what? V1. That's why this is the correct sentence. Number 2, I can went. This is incorrect because here went is V2. I can to go. Here this is incorrect, student, because here to go is infinitive form is used here. It might be true. This is true here because B is V1. Now, it might to be true. It is wrong here because here to be is used. Infinitive to be is used here. So, student, we have got here that the first form of modals are used auxiliary verbs as auxiliary verb, and the main verb is in always verb. The main verb is always in the first form, V1 form. Main verb is in which form? First form. That's why here the first example is correct one and the fourth example is correct one. And sentence number second is wrong here. Why? Because here V2 is used when. Second, example number 3 is also incorrect because here to go is used, and example number 5 is also incorrect because here to be is used. So this fact is also clear here, students. Now after ought to and used, infinitive to is used. Students, for example, we ought to help the poor. After ought, to is necessary. Without to, student, ought is not correct. So here second sentence is incorrect. Now after used also, to is infinitive to is used. She used to walk. This sentence is correct one. She used to walk is incorrect one. So this fact is also here clear. Now fact number 5. Dare and need are used both as main verb and helping verb. So example number 1. He dared me to get success. Student, here dare is what? V2, and this is the main verb. Here dare is in which form? Main verb. I dare not go there. Student, here dare is what? Helping verb, because the main verb is here go. Number 3, he needs my help. Here needs is what? Main verb, because there is no any main verb. And number 4 is, student, he need not come here. Here what is need not? Helping verb, because come is the main verb. So student, we have got here that need and dare, they play the role of both main verb and helping verb. Now student, modals are used to express the following expression. First one, ability, possibility, permission, request, suggestion, necessity, compulsion, obligation, absence of necessity, and wish. So these are the expressions that a modal can express. So student, one by one now we will going to read. So first of all we are going to read can, use of can. So can is used to denote ability. For example, she can solve this exercise. So here student, can shows the ability of the subject she. He cannot read and write French. So here again, can shows the ability of he. Now number 2, student, to express permission. Can also express what? Permission. For example, you can leave this room now. So student, here giving the permission here, can leave this room now. You cannot stand here. Again here this is not giving the permission. So this shows what? Giving the permission and not giving the permission. It is here example number, rule number first one, ability, showing the ability, and here not showing the ability. So student, we have got here that can is used to denote ability and permission. Now could. What is the use of could, student? Number 1, to express polite request in the present. For example, could you tell me the way to the nearest hotel? So student here, could you tell me the way to the nearest hotel? So here what is it? It is a polite request. Here somebody is asking the way to the nearest hotel in a very polite way. So which models is used here? Could. Now, could you deliver this message to her? This is again a request. That's why could is used here. Now, number 2. To express ability in past. Express ability in past. For example, he could run fast when he was young. So, this is the ability when he was young. He could run fast when he was young. Now, number 2. My sister could speak English when she was only 4 years old. So, student, my sister could speak English when she was 4 years old. So, she was 4 years old. It expresses what? That the ability is in past. That's why here could is used. Now, next one, use of may. Students, to express possibility, may is used for express what? Possibility. For example, it may rain today. It means what? That there is the possibility of rain today. A strong possibility, may is used. He may come today. He may come today. So here may is used because there is the possibility of coming. Now number 2, to seek permission. May I come in, madam? So here what is seeking permission? May I use your pen? Here again somebody is seeking permission. So that's why may is used, and may is used in a formal way. Now may also expresses some more expression, student. Number C, to express purpose. For example, we eat so that we may live. Here there is the purpose of eating. What is the purpose of eating? To live. Now the student study so that they may succeed. So what is this purpose of study? May succeed. So it expresses what? Purpose. Now number D, to express blessing. In optative sentence, student, may is used for expressing what? Blessing. For example, may you live long. Here may is used for what? Giving blessing. May God bless you. Again, this is also expresses what? Blessing. So student, we have got here that may is used for expresses purpose and to expresses blessing. Now might. Students, what is the use of might? To express possibility in the future. For example, the teacher said that she might not come to school the following day. So here might expresses what? Possibility in the future. Now second one, to express permission in the past. For example, my mother said that I might go for a picnic. So said that, said indicate what? That the sentence is in past tense. And that's why here might is used to express permission in the past. Now some more examples of rules of might, student. Number C, to express purpose in the present tense. For example, he works hard so that he might pass. Number D, to express future condition. Student, for future condition also might is used. If you work hard, you might win a scholarship. So there is a condition, if you work hard, you might win a scholarship. And that's why for future condition, might is used. Here in number C, student, to express purpose. He works hard. Why? What is the purpose? So that he may pass. That's why he might pass. So that here present tense is used here, works, and that's why it shows the purpose in the present tense. Now student, use of shall. Students, where shall is used and what is the use of shall? to express simple future, I shall finish this work tomorrow. In simple future tense, shall is used with I and we. We shall go to Amritsar during summer vacation. Now, second one, to express promise, determination, threat and command with second or third person. What is used? Shall is used. For example, you shall get a computer if you stand first in the class. So what is the student? Promise that you shall get a computer if you stand first in the class. Now number 2, he shall be punished for this rudeness. So what this statement so? It shows here threat. Number 3, all the students shall come to school in proper uniform. So this is what? It is a command. Now number 4, they shall leave this hall at once. So again student, this is what? This is a type of command. So student, here we got that you, he, all the student and they are in which form? In which person is student? They are in second or third person. And what is used here? Shall is used. That's why they show different thing. What is it? Promise, threat, command is expresses here. Okay students, so thank you for watching the video. In the next video lecture student, we will come with some other models. So keep watching my videos.